I'm the last guy to knock a revolution. I've led a few of those, you know. I admire revolutionaries. I respect evolutionaries. They are the lifeblood of the bloodline. So when Solo Sikoa seized the moment and became the tribal chief in Roman Reigns' absence, I didn't like it. I don't even think I respected it. But something deep down in me admired it. That took some forward thinking.
I'm the chief now!
Now we all know what happened when the OG bloodline, led by Roman Reigns, faced the new Rogue bloodline, led by Solo Sikoa, in the War Games. But there was a discussion here while planning the WWE 2K25 showcase that has me, your wise man, admittedly a little intrigued. What if War Games was limited to only OG bloodline, no honorary uses, versus Solo's Rogue bloodline, no honorary uses? It's 4-on-4 Roman Reigns. The Usos, Sami Zayn, versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and the most dangerous new competitor WWE has ever seen, the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu. What happens then? This is your moment to determine who is the real bloodline. This is your moment to determine who is the only bloodline. This is where the bloodline's legacy and the bloodline's future is in your hands.
The following contest is the men's War Games match. The rules of the match are as follows. 2 teams will be contained in separate cages, with 1 member of each team starting the match. At regular intervals, alternating members from each team will be released to enter the match. The first member to enter will come from the advantaged team. Once all competitors have entered, War Games officially begins! The match can be won by pinfall or submission. Exiting the cage will result in a forfeit. And now, let the War Games begin!
The Bloodline is in chaos. This wrestling dynasty is on the brink of collapse.
This conflict goes far beyond acknowledgement, Michael. This man and the original Bloodline are fighting for their livelihood.
Introducing first, from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, main event, Jey Uso!
This man and the rest of the original Bloodline is under attack. The new Bloodline will do whatever it takes to wipe out the old guard.
But this man and the rest of his crew will not go down without a fight. This is a power struggle that could not be contained by a traditional 20-by-20 ring. He's ready to bring the heavy fire to the new Bloodline.
The original Bloodline was created with the wisdom of the elders, but this man and the new Bloodline are destroying what was built.
Well, this conflict was unfathomable until now. The new Bloodline is ready to hunt.
And from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu!
The new Bloodline does not live by a code. They do not act with honor. This man says the OG Bloodline will suffer the consequences of their disloyalty.
We are looking at a heavy hitter with pure malice in his eyes.
And he's looking to make his name at the expense of the old guard of the Bloodline.
The OG Bloodline have never faced a threat like this.
The island of relevancy is no more. The OG Bloodline is fighting bloodthirsty savages who will feast on whatever they can.
There will be no hesitation in pulling the trigger, and the OGs have got to match that ferocity.
And gentlemen, it is time for Bloodline War Games. Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu.
Both of these sides have a deep and abiding hatred for one another. Solo felt he was held down. His crew never called up during Roman's time as the tribal chief.
But most of the men on Roman's side were unceremoniously removed from the Bloodline courtesy of Solo Sikoa. And those who weren't have faced continued attacks from the new Bloodline.
And the winners tonight are very likely to be considered the true Bloodline by the WWE Universe. Let's see who comes out on top tonight. Solo Sikoa, leader of the new Bloodline, has called himself the head of the table, called himself the tribal chief.
And when he asked the WWE Universe to acknowledge him, we're hearing more and more of the crowd agree.
Well, Solo has grown in power with big wins and title reigns, but this is his biggest test yet. If his crew can defeat Romans, Sikoa will be everything he says he is and more.
Oh, look out!
What a forearm smash. The sheen is starting to wear off of him a bit now.
Jay doing whatever it takes there to protect his seat at the table.
The crowd is counting it down. Next entry will tip the scales in their team's favor. If there's one man here with the most to prove, it's got to be Tonga Loa.
We've often seen that the man with the most to prove ends up being the difference maker in War Games.
Many folks think Tonga Loa is just a foot soldier for Solo. But let's not forget, this man is the son of Haku. Just like his father, Tonga Loa truly excels in a brawl. And there is no bigger brawl than War Games.
Ooh, down with the Samoan drop. Nice sliding clothesline finds its mark.
That kick will stop you in your tracks. Float up. Uh-oh. Jacob Fatu cuts him off. OG Bloodline leader Roman Reigns has so much on the line in this one, guys.
Oh, absolutely, Michael. Solo Sikoa took his spot at the head of the table. He says he's the new tribal chief.
And that is Roman's legacy. Those names, this group, they mean something. But the Bloodline represents all that Roman has built in his career. And he needs to...
Here we go.
Crash landing. Oh, God.
Mere seconds away from evening the odds in War Games.
Fighting right on that strip of steel between the aprons. This is crazy.
This is War Games.
Got to be a bit tough for Jay to stand up amongst this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forgive.
We've seen the wars that Jay has waged with his cousin Roman, with his brother Jimmy, but he needs to put that aside tonight.
And Jay has the title wins and big victories that earned him the main event moniker. But if he's the one to put away the new Bloodline, he will truly be the main event of War Games. Hooked up, DDT!
And now he's going to the top rope. You've solidified your name as a top athlete when you're able to pull off that move.
Looking for a belly-to-back suplex into the neck breaker. Beautiful.
Eight men in this war, but one seems to be fighting his own internal battle. That man, Jimmy Uso.
He's currently on Team Roman, but this might be an instance of the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Well, Jimmy had clashes with Roman. He went to war with his brother Jay, but the men who put Jimmy on the shelf for months.
Zayn exposed here. Ooh, DDT delivered.
Did Jacob Fatu get enough of it?
And the balance of power is about to shift with this upcoming entrant. And Tonga Loa gets knocked off his game there.
Here's the buzzer, and Jimmy Uso is looking for revenge against the new Bloodline in War Games.
Looks like they're bringing additional firepower with them into what is now essentially a handicap match. Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side has less experience inside the top rope. He fails to connect.
Powerbomb position
Into the cage now, and the numbers advantage is locked in.
Old Bloodline, new Bloodline, both sides engaging in a brutal battle.
Every one of these men is fighting with every fiber in their being to be considered the true Bloodline.
This is just turning into a savage display of fight.
Oh my gosh, what impact!
And Zayn looked rocked. If he's got a strategy, you might want to think about tapping into it.
Yeah, Jacob looked confident going on the attack.
Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the Bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still Usi?
I think he is, Corey. Sami seems elated to be fighting alongside Jay and even Jimmy. Those are his dogs.
And guys, this is what War Games is all about. Both Bloodlines leaving it all in the ring.
The old guard and new school trading their biggest shots in one of the most dangerous environments in all of WWE.
A deafening cheer from the WWE Universe is reverberating around us.
Absolutely unreal.
Oh, top rope.
And it's Jay. I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every Bloodline member, new and old, is a generational athlete. But Jacob seems to be a step ahead of every one of these men at times.
Many already believe Jacob can take the mantle as the leader of the Bloodline. If he's the one to earn the victory tonight, his time as the tribal chief may come sooner than anyone thinks.
The roar of this crowd has been building, and they are at a fever pitch right now.
You can feel the anticipation growing with every second that ticks.
Sami with a big boot.
And that can vanquish Tama. Super kick, a double super kick. And his hand was once again the target. Time for him to defend against that.
This is how you target a body part.
Yeah, just hammering away at the torso and ribs. You can't deny that it's working.
Answer after answer for each other's offense.
The count has started, and one team is about to have the odds in their favor.
And the tribal chief is now entering Bloodline War Games.
Spine buster. Could lead to a big-time win. Enters the ring and is diving headfirst into the chaos of this match. Spear!
Now Jimmy.
Will Jimmy seal this up? From behind, back suplex.
That vicious streak of Jimmy Uso somewhat returned in kind there.
Yeah, Tama Tonga came prepared for this matchup.
Oh, he went low. The humanity. Super kick.
And Zayn getting knocked around there.
Top rope, Jimmy Uso splash. Jimmy might have just finished things. So Uso.
Then it's Jey Uso.
Look at another big move. Oh, what a DDT. Terrible position for Jimmy. Another attack to the head and looking a little dazed.
And that's another workplace attack to his head and neck area.
Deadlifted clean off of the mat. And his core remains the focus here.
Every blow taking more of his breath away.
The timer is running out, and this next competitor will equalize things inside the cage.
Top rope.
Now looking at Jay.
And now the new tribal chief, Solo Sikoa, joining Bloodline War Games. From the top. Oh!
Even in the teams are looking under the ring for a little extra insurance.
Super kick! This will turn your lights out in a hurry.
Hard to imagine there's much left in it. And we see Zayn.
Wrists captured. Jay is out. That is it.
What a headbutt.
Vicious.
Flying. Jay quickly moves.
Suplex.
Reigns in the corner. Ready to strike.
Uso.
Splash.
The head of the table cinches it in.
Reigns with the guillotine.
Expertly executed.
There it is, tapping out.
Getting carried to a vulnerable position here.
Here are your winners, Roman Reigns, Jimmy and Jey Uso, and Sami Zayn, the Bloodline.
Unbelievable. Roman's original Bloodline crew found a way to work together and reestablish their dominance.
You may not know who your brother or enemy is by their last name, but when you're in battle, look to your left, look to your right. That's family. And this is the one true Bloodline.